press H and go down to Masteries. You can see skiffing here. I recently maxed out this mastery, so now my boat is the prime party spot if people would like to come fish with me. Let's summon our skiff. We must be near a body of water and activate it by left clicking. And we can now board the skiff. This specific skiff skin is from the pre-order bonus, and I believe you may still be able to acquire this by purchasing certain tiers of the expansion, which I also have links below if you are interested in stepping foot and exploring the vast continent of Kantha. Alright, let's take out our fishing rod and fish at this shore hole. Fishing in End of Dragons is slightly more involved than other fishing minigames, where it is a minigame and you have to keep this marker in the center of your guide to acquire the fish. While fishing might have been added in End of Dragons, fishing has retroactively been incorporated into every single area that has a body of water. So, you might not just see people fishing in Kantha, but also in the other areas of the game. Let's collect another shore fish. I must say, I did not expect myself to enjoy fishing as much as I actually do. I find myself to be more of a endgame lover of dungeons and strike missions and fractals and raids. All of the PvE content that allows you to play with others to fight and vanquish bosses. So, I did not go in this expansion expecting to have as much fun as I am with doing an activity that is much more leisurely in comparison to my norm. But I opened myself up to the possibility of having fun in more ways than I'm used to, and fishing has been a huge part of that. Skiffs also are a fun group activity where the more people you have on your boat, the faster you can go. They can cheer you on to increase your endurance on the skiff. There is another shore fish over here. I will anchor and take out my fishing rod. Fishing is also very elaborate in Guild Wars 2. Each map has its own unique fish, and each fish might have its own parameters. Some fish can only be caught at night. Some fish can only be caught during the day, and some fish need special bait or tackle in order to get to them. We also see a new model of a hermit crab in Kantha. There are hermit crabs in Corteria, but this hermit crab is a special model for the new zones. The animation work that went into fishing is also such a quality that is so tried and true with Guild Wars 2. The animation of moving your fishing rod left and right, the idle animation of you waiting to catching your fish, each animation and attention to detail is absolutely magical. It really knows how to create a sense of being lost in another world and allowing players to invest their lives in such an MMO. We have made it to another area where there is often fishing tournaments. Fishing tournaments are dynamic events in the open world where people can choose to come and partake in an event such as a fishing tournament. Dynamic events also sprawl across different lands, from fishing to gathering to fighting waves of monsters to fighting large bosses. Dynamic events in Guild Wars 2 are a great mode of fun when playing in the open world. I think we shall take a look at the fish that I've caught so far. Please ignore my cluttered inventory on this character. Some slight inventory management seems to be needed. Currently, we have acquired the chestnut sea bream, which we can double click to convert to materials. We have the bluefin Travalis. Its pronunciation evades my brain, but we can consume these to get fine fish fillets, which are used by the chefing, crafting job. We also have a cherry salmon. I wonder if it tastes like cherries. We also have a corvina for some more fine fish fillets. And finally, we have the gutless fish, which can be acquired by doing fishing tournaments, which gives us a flavorful fish fillet, a fillet of more exotic, rare material, rather than the lower tiers of the fine fish and the fabulous fish. Just like Guild Wars 2's armor system, it ranges in quality from the more common to the fine to the rare to the exotic to the ascended to the legendary fish, giving fishers a nice stretch goal if they want to find all of the fish in Tyria. By using my 6th skill on my skiff, I can locate fishing holes nearby. This one seems to be a bit of a more hostile area, with Naga, a new enemy army for Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. I hope to see more Naga in the future. We seem to have a shorefish over here as well. But I've gone a bit too fast and run into some rocks. And no, not the jar named rocks. various quests. And with some quests, you gain new and special skins. The ambiance of this area is so relaxing and a great place to start for an expansion. I've really enjoyed my time in this map, and I cannot wait to continue to play this map as well as the others. More and more Corvina. Let's hop back into the skiff. Even the animation of driving the skiff is top tier quality. Let us continue. The waters in this game are extremely interesting, considering Guild Wars 2's unique approach to underwater combat. Underwater combat is a system of Guild Wars 2's combat that does not often see extensive play. However, in End of Dragons, they've put a little bit more attention to underwater experiences. Perhaps not to the degree of it being the norm, but it definitely has more of a place in this expansion than others. We also seem to have parked our skiff a little rudely on top of the fishing hole, but sometimes you have to stake your claim in the world and waters of Tyria. I just noticed I seem to be getting a buff while fishing on my skiff now. This is fishing party catches. This tracks your party or squad's total number of catches from fishing nodes while on the same skiff. Interesting. Keep the fishing party active by preventing the skiff you are sharing from being destroyed, as reboarding the skiff will restore this effect at the present count, or by resummoning a new skiff, before the effect expires. You can stack this buff up to 99. The more people you play with in Guild Wars 2, often you have a better time. And the same seems to be the case with the fishing experience in Guild Wars 2. Also, if you look out at the coast, you can see the lovely artistic representation of a new Kaineng city. An entire map that is a giant, vertical, layered, and detailed city with enemies and events to tackle. It is an extremely unique map in an MMO. If we press the M key, you can see the outline of a new Kaineng city. New Kaineng tsunami was not powerful enough to take out the entirety of the continent. And who knows, there might be an interesting reason as to why the tsunami was unable to do so. Making our way around the island, we see more and more of the local threat of this expansion. The Aether Blades, the Aether Blades, the Aether Blades, the Aether Blades. These Aether Blades are the same Aether Blades that we fought back in Season 1 of Guild Wars 2's Living World. They took a trip into the mists, and they're back for this expansion as one of the more main antagonists of the story. They have their steampunk aesthetic, so if you like them and like that aesthetic, I apologize that you must fight them. As for me, I've never been a huge fan of steampunk, so I feel more than obliged to beat them up a little bit. This special fishing hole indicates that this is a part of a heart quest in the area. Heart quests are special quests that are predominantly in leveling zones, but are now more so in expansion zones and living world maps. These heart quests often have limits around a larger area where you do activities to progress the bar and to complete the quest of the area. There's no need to speak with any quest givers. Enter this area, do the activities, and collect the rewards. This particular art is assist the temple in its defense, assist the locals by repairing boats, rescuing villagers, we got a Shinota Blackfin. The icons and the art for this expansion is top tier, and I want to take a moment to appreciate the art and effort and time and care that also went into the icons for this expansion. Even the skills and the skill bars, even map icons to indicate events and special things. The art and the department that worked on it and those individuals did an amazing job. Absolutely fantastic. Let's make our way around the island once more. I can even turn off the UI to get a better cinematic view of the area. If you are someone who likes to take screenshots, Kantha is one of the most scenic places with gorgeous detail and is very fitting of a screenshot endeavor. Even the dragons and sculptures and waterfalls, the splashes and sprays of misty waters, me running into cliff sides to the beautiful dragon jade, accenting the architecture and geography of the land. And we have made it back to Seitung Harbor. Let us take a moment to talk and appreciate appreciate this gorgeous tree, the bloom of Seitung. You can even speak to Takas here under the tree, who is the NPC representative of the Virtuoso Elite specialization. The specialization